NFL on CBS announced they have a Twitter poll out. They said, if there was going to be a new expansion team, what city do you think would deserve it the most? We heard, TJ, from a very interested municipality. I think they're a municipality. Is that right?
The city.
The mayor of Dallas, Mayor Eric Johnson, tweeted back, the answer is Dallas. Why? We're about to pass the Chicago Metro and become the number 3 metro in the U.S., which would make us the largest U.S. metro without 2 teams. Football is king here. Dallas needs an expansion team, and we would be able to sustain 2 NFL teams better than L.A. or New York.
Oh,
TJ,
my
how do you feel about a secondary team in Dallas?
Okay, that's one county heard from.
I feel like this. I don't live in Dallas. I don't live in the area, so I feel like this is a question better posed to someone who would actually be affected by this. But as a Cowboys fan, it doesn't really affect me.
I appreciate the mayor. I appreciate civic pride. I appreciate mayors saying it with their chest. I understand that there's civic pride and that Dallas is a major metro. It's called a metroplex for a reason, right? Dallas, Fort Worth, the whole area, and he's correct. It's becoming maybe larger than Chicago.
Everybody moving there
after New York and Los Angeles, and I totally understand what he is saying. And Dallas might have the fan base to have another team.
There's no way,
but there's not. I cannot imagine another city. I guess Green Bay would be up there too, but another city that I would want to expand into less if I'm spending billions of dollars of my own money to go into an NFL city and become immediately the number 2 team in the city.
There is less pie.
I don't know how much pie is there at all.
Wouldn't Uncle
Could
Jerry
you
block
imagine
that from happening?
Well, I know.
Oh, no, not he.
I don't know because again, I think the mayor. Reading more. The mayor says he wants a second stadium, right?
He wants to build a second stadium in a different area, Frisco,
South
right?
Dallas.
Yeah.
But wouldn't Jerry?
And so that's where Jerry would go. Get out of here.
I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
That's exactly what he would say. As a matter of fact,
exactly
right? So I would think if you tell him the team stays in your stadium, and you get a cut, you get a piece, that might. Or, he might
soften
be somewhat
interested.
No, that's not soften the blow. He has to agree to do this. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just expand it to somebody else's market without the say-so of of whoever has the rights to that market.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's I wouldn't put anything past anything anymore in this world where you say he would never go for it. Brady would never want to call football games until the bag is put on the table and suddenly, hey, everybody, you are looking live, So I can't say that, but I'm just saying I could not imagine. You're a Met fan. You're a Clipper fan. You are the.
I'm already involved in these situations.
You personify rooting for the number 2 teams in markets, and you know what it's like to be the second place team in the level. It sucks. Could you imagine being that team in Dallas?
No.
Oh, it would stink.
After 50 years, 60 years of Cowboys?
Yeah. Like Susie, you go to a Dodgers game and a Clipper pops up on the Diamond Vision, they get booed. It's crazy. So no, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with that.
I couldn't imagine. Like, could you imagine you expand in the Green Bay market? And they love football up there in Wisconsin. They love it.
Well,
but now suddenly,
stock available?
So who like, is there a fan in Dallas where they're like, I would love another football team here
as long as they want the Cowboys.
I cannot stand the Cowboys.
I'm sure that
that's
there are.
From Dallas.
Yeah,
that's from Dallas, not moving in from another spot where you grew up hating the Cowboys.
Obviously, there are. Like, look,
Enough
I grew up in the
stadium?
Pittsburgh area, and I don't hate the Steelers. I'm not a Steeler fan as much as I'm a Cowboys fan. But I know there's people like that. But you're right, not enough.
Man, that would just be a tough market to.
Same thing for
take
Pittsburgh.
A toehold
Imagine
in.
The second team in Pittsburgh. Like, no way.
Can you imagine if there was like the Boston Wranglers and now there's 2 teams in New England? That would be insane.
Instead of, you mean football or just baseball even?
Football. Baseball, forget about it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I'm all for civic pride, but that one was kind of, ugh. I don't know if it costs you $2 billion, $3 billion to get into this club. and now you've got to get your fan base going in Dallas? Don't go to the Cowboy game, folks. Go to the what? I don't even know what you'd call them.
The Wranglers.
Okay.
The Texas Wranglers.
Which, by the way, is a great name for a team. I'm
That
available
sounds too
for
close to the
life.
Texas Rangers, though, right?
No,
Texas
the Wranglers.
Oh,
That
the
sounds like
Wranglers.
cowboyish.
The Cowboys,
Ooh,
yeah.
see?
Okay. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.